Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual,
yet stimulating.
fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual,
Yet stimulating.
fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you are hearing me clearly. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. If you are seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 306. Sorry, guys. I trust that everyone who is in the hearing of my voice and seeing my face are okay. Hope everybody is doing well. Haven't been around for a minute. I think the last time I streamed was donkey years now. You understand? But we're there. Peace. Big up on yourself. All the people who are still at work on this Friday evening, I trust that your shift will end soon. You'll get a chance to be home with your family shortly. For all the people who are on the road, please stay safe. Get home safely. For the people who are at home, ready for us to teach about some things we have to jam down. Jamrock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Fires Cartel, Buju Banton, Shelley and Fraser Price, Portia Simpson Miller, Elaine Thompson, everybody, peeps, big up on yourself. Good night. Soon circle.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them! You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, hello! Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.
Yes, peeps. So my audio may not be as dry as it used to be because I am in a new location and I am still trying to work out the sound and stuff. Redesign the studio from the ground up, and I have not yet treated with acoustics. I'm trying as best as possible to stay away from certain things, but we'll see it go. So I know there's some reverb, some echo, so hopefully it is not so bad on your end. Some echo, kind of hear it still. So we're there. It was very apparent in the video that I did about Daddy Uri yesterday, so I'm still treating with that. Peeps, good night. Haven't seen you in a minute, as I said. I've been treating with some personal stuff, relocating and all what comes with that, pulling down the studio, setting it up back from scratch. Plus, dealing with the rest of it. But we're there. We'll give thanks. Whole heap of things go on since my last the ones. Whole heap of things have been going on. Whole heap of things have been happening. Whole heap of people forming the fool and stuff. I kind of hear myself. Like the echo is bad. But I'll sort it out as I go along. Right? Just bear with me. So, we're there. Some things. I can't recall the last day that we had less than 200 COVID-19 cases. That's been that long. 200s, 300s. And I dare say that if testing was more widespread, say we're testing an average of 5,000 people per day, I am afraid that the numbers would be above 500 confirmed cases on a daily basis. Many people are asymptomatic. Many people are sick and are not reporting to medical facilities. Many people just not no business. You understand? So the numbers are far greater than what we hear in the media or in the releases based on the number of factors that I have mentioned. For the 24-hour period for Thursday, there were 271 additional cases, and the new cases bad and not so bad. See? But along with the new cases, there were 7 new COVID-19 related deaths. 7 deaths in a 24-hour period related to COVID-19. Blessings, Tayan. Good night, everybody. Hey, Kerry, how are you? Easy, man. So, 7 new COVID-19 deaths and 271 additional cases. So, Jamaica on Thursday recorded 7 new COVID-19 fatalities, pushing the tally to 391. And another death is being probed, pushing the figure to 46. Like, when I get that. Well, I guess the number of deaths on the investigation currently are 46, or is 46. So the health ministry stated that one death previously on the investigation is now classified as COVID-19 related. So those who have died are a 71-year-old woman from Kingston and St. Andrew, 75-year-old man from St. Anne, 85-year-old male from St. Anne, 89-year-old male from St. Catherine, 59-year-old female from Kingston, 74-year-old female from St. Elizabeth, and 87-year-old female from St. Anne. So, all well, except the 59-year-old, all the deaths are people in the most vulnerable age group, the elderly among us. You understand? And the young people continue to hide and party, them continue to hide and have fun and frolic, and then them care home COVID go give them people them grandmother and grandfather and father and mother in some cases. You understand what I say? So, yeah, Jaja. So, meanwhile, there are 271 additional cases of the COVID-19 with ages ranging from 6 days old to 86 years old, pushing the total to 20,581, with 7,156 being active. Of the new cases, 117 are males, while 154 are females. And in the meantime, there were 47 more recoveries, increasing the total to 12,828. And some 271 persons are in hospital, with 27 being moderately ill and 18 critically ill. 18 critically ill people are currently in hospital, after we recorded 17 deaths. So let's see what the numbers for today will be when the release comes out in the morning tomorrow. Jaja, 18 critically ill, 4 persons are in government quarantine, while 20,348 are in home quarantine. You have to take bad things back, joke. Zane. Ainsley Lewis, big up yourself. Yeah, P. So, the echo treat, you know. You understand? It will take a little bit of time for me to get rid of that, because some of the things I will have to order them. I was trying to set up the studio without the whole heap of acoustic foam and them something there. Make it a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, easy on the eyes, you know, nicer environment to work in. I think I achieved that, but then the sound stage still too far and wide, so I need to adjust that. But I'll figure it out. So I know the echo. Zane, teacher, me echoey man. Yeah, I know what echoey man. But there was the Zane, teacher, me echoey man. So like me now one hole. One deep hole. But we'll sort that out as we go along. So please bear with me and you know, stages and phases, Zane and things. So yeah, man. Yeah. So the COVID-19 situation continues. It going to be clear in a test, but it just got the reverb or the echo, I should say, is going to be wolfish supremacy. So you're not echo. Your ears not hurt, brother. Yeah, but I don't know. As I said, I cannot, even though over the past week I have been treating with moving and resettling, I have not been able to monitor what is going on in the news world as I normally do. But I cannot recall within the past 2 weeks there being a day where we had less than 200 confirmed cases. You understand what I say? Jaja God. 17 deaths yesterday, 18 people critically ill. So the stark reality is that with the 18 people now critically ill, it means that unfortunately some of those 18 critically ill patients will not survive. Jaja. Speaking about COVID, you know that especially people overseas, when they're coming into the island, they have to log on the COVID, Jamcovid app to provide some information, and it is what they are tracked through when them come and all sorts of stuff. News has emerged that there has been some security breach of the Jamcovid app. Well, if I said 17, it was a mistake. Yeah, man, 7 people died while 18 are currently critical. So, okay, fine, thanks. Zane, 7 died in a carrier. So, if I said 17, it's a mistake. 7 died while 18 are currently critically ill in hospital. Yeah? So, a lot of information would have been or has been or is being captured by the Jamcovid application, and there has been a breach. And I suppose even though this is Jamcovid related, it has to, if you are paying attention, your mind has to be cast to the whole NIDS situation, Zane, and the National Identification System, and the storing or storage of your data, and the possibility of there being a breach, a security breach in the NIDS framework when it comes on stream. You understand? So this should be a learning opportunity, a teachable moment for the government, especially as they continue to champion the National Identification System. Independent review into Jamcovid website breach. So a news release from the Ministry of National Security says an independent review is being carried out of the Jamcovid website. It says the results of the review are expected within the next 24 hours. So the matter has also been referred to the Communication Forensics and Cybercrime Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Major Organized Crime and Anti-Corruption Agency, MOCA. So US online media outlet TechCrunch reported on Wednesday hundreds of thousands of pieces of personal information were available for public access because of a security lapse on the website. The website and app built by Amber Group stored immigration records and COVID-19 test results for hundreds of thousands of travelers who visited Jamaica in the last year. So TechCrunch says a cloud storage server storing the documents was left unprotected and without a password and was publicly spilling out files onto the open web. And here we have an administration, a government who has been, as I said, advocating for NIDS, which would have, I suppose, far more sensitive information being stored, potentially being exposed. Zane, and the issue is, especially under the European security laws, there is a possibility that lawsuits may emerge from this breach in security. How can a platform that has so much sensitive data be left unsecured, passwordless, and it is there spilling data on the interwebs, and it's not like, apparently it's not like I hack somebody hack it, you know. Based on TechCrunch story, it says the cloud storage server storing the documents was left unprotected and without a password, and publicly spilling out files onto the open web. That not safe, Miss Garcia. That can't safe. You understand? So who left it open? How come no password not upon it? How come we are so careless with people's data, information? And I couldn't. Well, I think that. Well, I know that. What them name? Someone tell her what them name. I think the company that created it is called Amber Media. So I don't know if they are the one who oversees it. I don't know who the administrators are. I couldn't tell you. What I can tell you is that this is not safe. And I would be very surprised if there is no legal ramifications coming out of this. You understand? So, there we go. And I hope now for the whole needs thing, and I've said before that the needs, I see where it stands to benefit us in the long run as a country. However, this is a wake-up call. You understand what I mean? I say, who is going to accept responsibility? Whose head is going to roll for something like this? Knowing our current government, probably no head. You understand? An excuse will be made, and it was just an oversight, and it will never happen again, and we are doing our investigations. And after investigation, it was deemed that no one person should be held culpable, but we are taking steps and putting things in place to ensure that a recurrence of this never happen. That is what you might hear. You understand? Yes, big up yourself, family. Give thanks. You see me? So, worrying times. As somebody said earlier, this not safe. Shamar, all them need to do is to create a password for the thing and monitor the thing. It's not like I hack them hack it in a Shamar. I left open. You know, like nobody kick down your door and it's like a door left open and a man just walk go in there. You understand what I say? No door, not did it. You understand? A curtain they have did it. No door. Just curtain. You know, a curtain busy. Alright, you know, I sit there when you walk through and you look on the one that make be nice, but their name, they're sitting there. Yeah, a long time I don't see them, I don't know if they're sitting still in the house, but they used to in the house back in my time. Not my house per se, but in a some house. See, don't not do what did it. Where they sitting there, me nice sitting there. Teach them just give out some people names for lead sheets. That's a next. But I tell you, I think about it like that. Sir. Yeah, so Jaja. Oh, so some people are pretty different. Makara, first mayor name, somebody say Makrami. I don't know. That marks up there. It's nice, is sitting. Yeah. Alright, people. So that I don't even know what else to say about the COVID situation. I saw where Monroe, there's a cluster at Monroe, there's a cluster at TVG, there's a cluster at the ministry of one of the ministry them. There is a cluster here, a cluster there, and a cluster everywhere. Funny enough, with the Monroe situation, I remember when the initial outbreak was uncovered down by Monroe. And I remember reading an article that spoke specifically to the fact that administration, in their wisdom, decided that school will continue and this and that and I said comfort and whatnot. And me I said, but them people ain't wise. Them now open them eyes. It's like them didn't even realize. And so said, so done. One whole heap of case down a Monroe. And based on inside information, it would appear that everything was just a smoke screen and the initial outbreak was greater than what was made public by administration, and there was some hush and brush aside and till them and COVID collide, and right now some people are trying to hide and them just a slide and my principal has been pushing for the resumption of face-to-face classes. I remember attending a senior teacher meeting last week one day, and I did not say a word. I just listened. And I listened and I listened and I listened and I listened and listened some more and laughed. And it is strange that schools were closed when we had one confirmed case, one single case. And now there is a drive, there's a concerted push, a concerted effort to get schools open when we are having the biggest spike since the virus was discovered in the country. I find that amazingly strange. I don't know. But there's a laugh, there's a smile and a wave, boys. But I'm just a smile and a wave. You understand? The thing though is that it is not going to be full school as in first to sixth form. It will be fourth, fifth, sixth form, and then in each down the road some situation with third formers. I don't know that that is the wisest move at this point in time. But just go and watch and see still. You understand what I say? Me just I go and watch and see. I suppose in a carry, but then no, you would not want to be sending your child to school when we're having 300 cases every other day. And as I've said before, in my humble assessment of the situation, those 300 cases could easily be 600 cases if testing was more widespread. You understand? If we were testing an average of 5,000 people per day, I assure you that we would be having some 500, 600 cases confirmed daily. Many students may come to school and they are asymptomatic. You understand? Many students will have to take public transportation. It is a serious risk and people are dying. Many teachers I know have pre-comorbidities. You understand? They are hypertensive, they are diabetic, asthmatic, stress, cause that's a disease, you know. There's something there. You see me? So, I say one article where the Minister of Education said, just sanitize and keep moving. Then me I said this lady though. Then if me see the education minister and me I explain to her my concern and she tell me that, then the conversation they might go downhill very quickly. You understand what I say? So I don't know. I understand that the business of education has to continue, but we ought to proceed with caution. That is all I have to say. Many schools that have opened have been closed for deep cleaning and sort of so. I sincerely hope, though, speaking about the Monroe situation, that none of the cases become fatal. I would really and truly hope that that doesn't become the case. Yeah, and I trust that administration would have learned from this, and they will in the future when they go at it again, do some things. You see me? Yeah. All right. So, make way. I could move on, yeah. Good night, Devon. Blessings. Devon, are your real surname that? I mean, I really want surname there. If it was a female, it would be easier to call it. But I do it for sure. Yeah, so you know, peace, I could talk about some things. The amount of things that I have to skip across some things. Because as I don't tell you, say, well, as you don't know too, we not stream since about long time. See? But a whole heap of things go on, so we can't cover everything. And them something there. Westmoreland police has released photos of two men wanted in the parish for murder. Say me can find it. Them fella, yeah. Oh, that's something. Test read and sweet. Eh? Alright. See fella them here. One old and one young, and then some other things, but never mind. The Westmoreland police have listed and released the photos of two men who are wanted for a murder committed on Hudson Street in the parish on Monday, the 11th of January. The suspects are Mark Watson. Mark Watson is the man with head big like mine. And Delmar Cunningham, who is the darker one, otherwise called Ratty. Both of Hudson Street. Reports are that the deceased, 62-year-old Delroy Grant, had a dispute with Cunningham, during which Cunningham was chopped. No report was made to the police. So Cunningham get chopped. It is alleged that Cunningham, Watson, and two other men went to Grant's home about 7:45 a.m. on the 11th of January and attacked Grant using pieces of iron and machete and a hammer. Construction, the man then gone for the The police were summoned and Grant was taken to hospital where he succumbed to his injuries on Sunday, the 17th of January. So on Monday, the 8th of February, the police conducted operations in the Hudson Street area, during which 22-year-old Ricardo Bailey, otherwise called Huluman, Holoman, see general name there, Holoman, something man, you understand? Holoman, something man, yeah, and 32-year-old Tristan Daly were arrested. They were both charged with murder in relation to the incident. On Saturday, February 13th, following interviews, their court dates are being finalized. Now, meanwhile, the police are urging Watson and Cunningham to turn themselves into the Savannah Lamar police immediately. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of the two men are asked to call the Savannah Lamar police at 876-955-2758, the police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. So citizens are also being reminded that it's an offense to harbor a fugitive. Class of God, your boss. My youth, move up. You understand? So Cunningham, you know, and the elder Delroy Grant, 62, had a dispute. Cunningham get a chop. Him decide to go for the whole community for war. This man, them hammer him and beat him with iron and them sitting and now him dead and them two men run up and down. You understand? Then me can't understand. Well, I don't know if you understand, but me not understand. You understand? I hope you don't understand. Alright. Kingston man caught with firearm arrested. So a man is now in police custody after he was relieved of a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol along with 13 rounds of ammunition along Walton Park Road in Kingston recently. His identity is being withheld pending further investigation. Pending further pending further investigation. So the police said about 5:45 a.m. officers were on patrol when 3 men were seen along the roadway. So the police said they acted in a manner that aroused their suspicion and were then accosted and searched. The weapon was found in one man's waistband. He was subsequently arrested. The police said. Now, police seized ammo in St. Mary. So the police yesterday seized 17 assorted rounds of ammunition during an operation in Fort George, on the Fort George Main Road in Anatomy, St. Mary. So the police said that at about 11 a.m., lawmen were in the area when they saw a group of men standing along the roadway. The action of the men aroused the lawmen's suspicion, and on the approach of the police, the men ran. So a search of the area was conducted, and 10 7.62 mm and 7 5.45 mm rounds were found on the ground. The police said that no one was arrested in connection with the seizure. 4 men held, gun, cash, bike seized in quick response by the police. But that's a dash of some topics. You understand? So 4 suspected criminals, including a suspect in a double murder investigation, were arrested by the police during a cross-division operation that was coordinated by the Police Emergency Communication Center on Friday last Friday. This remember me not stream Friday night Sunday. Yeah, an illegal gun, cash, and several cellular phones the police believe were stolen by the suspected robbers were also seized, along with 2 motorcycles. Tell about them bike. The operation began shortly after 9:30 a.m. when a woman was robbed in the Gardenia Avenue area of Mona Heights, St. Andrew, and made a report to the Matilda's Corner Police. So the Police Emergency Communication Center, utilizing Jamaica Eye resources, coordinated a response with police teams in the St. Andrew Central and Kingston Eastern Divisions. Now, less than an hour later, about 10:25 a.m., the suspects were intercepted in Vineyard Town, Kingston 3. The following were seized from the men who were arrested: a Heckler and Koch 9mm pistol, along with 14 9mm rounds. Big up to the police then. $200,000, 2 motorcycles, and 9 cellular phones. One of the men who was arrested is believed to be a suspect in a double murder that took place in Papine, St. Andrew last year. The men's identities are being withheld pending further investigations. Now, following the development, the police had appealed to members of the public who were robbed on Friday, the 5th of February in Mona Heights or its environs to contact the Elliston Road Police at 876-928-4200. Man, them have 200 grand, 2 bike, 9 cell phone, and an Heckler and Koch. Big up to the police, them Rasta. We give thanks because you know one thing kind of mocky more time. Yeah, so me I say, yes, Rasta. A beer 17 and 18 year old I kill Jamaica. I kill half Jamaica population. Alright. So remember four man them arrested, so watch out now. Illegal gun and ammunition seized. 5 in custody. So a team assigned to the St. Andrew Central Police Division seized 3 firearms and 32 assorted rounds of ammunition during 3 separate operations in the corporate area over a 24-hour period. Damien White, big up yourself and bro, say thanks for the contribution, appreciated greatly. And 5 persons are now in custody. So the police say the first seizure took place about 2 p.m. on Monday, the 15th of February, when cops were on Upper Ivy Road, Kingston 5. They say a premises was searched and a .38 Smith & Wesson revolver with 5 9mm rounds were seized. No one was arrested in relation to that seizure. In the second incident, about 6:10 a.m. on Tuesday the 16th, a joint police military operation was conducted on Terrence Avenue in Kingston 10. The police say a premises occupied by 2 men were searched and a 9mm Taurus pistol with a magazine containing 12 9mm rounds of ammunition were seized inside a chest of drawers. The men were subsequently taken into custody. Their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. Now, about 7 a.m., the St. Andrew Central Police seized the third firearm for the period as a house on Ambrook Lane, Kingston 10, which was occupied by 2 men and a woman was searched. So during the operation, a 9mm Beretta pistol with a magazine containing 59mm rounds of ammunition was found on top of the roof, according to the police. The 3 were taken into custody and their identities are being withheld, pending further investigations. Jaja. Give thanks to the police them. I work the man them a work. Wanna think about. Yeah, son. Work the man them a work. Anonymous, thanks for the contribution. Zane. Dexton, appreciate the contribution. BM Pressy or Ben Pressy, jobless. Thanks for the contribution, Empress. Big up yourself. Hope all is well. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Give thanks. Yeah, peeps. We're there. Empress Rosemary, big up yourself. Alright, make we move on now. Robber flees, leaving bail book at crime scene. Yo, the man dey on bail and he go rob something and run left him bail book. Yeah? When police catch him, if you use the bail book and bust him fired with it. You understand? Boy, you idiot. Tell people how to contribute. Ruby, just click on one pin comment up at top. There's a link there. You just click on it and give me some of your money like. Yeah, man. And then something like a super chat thing crash. You see me? Yeah, man. My hope is a big book. You know a big book them when you look here with the neck all broke and just. The St. Ann police say they were able to nab a robber after he left his condition of bail book at the scene of a crime in Exchange, Waterhouse. In the parish on Friday, the 5th of February. So the police said 24-year-old Javier Amos has been charged with housebreaking and larceny. The police said at about 12:15 p.m. Amos kicked in the door of a shop and stole the contents. He then left, leaving behind his condition of bail book. I trust the thing them, man. I trust them, man. You make know say, yo, I mean trust the thing them and I mean link you look more. Nobody ain't too there. Just self-serve. The police were called and Amos was subsequently arrested and charged. His court date will be made available at a later date. I wonder where him dey on bail for again though. You understand? Good night, Empress Rosie B. What a go on in our dance. So. I'm glad he got thief with him bail book, you know. Don't get me wrong. But me I try and wonder why he never left me in yard. Like, me just I'm have to walk with you as part and condition of bail. For sure, like if police stop him like, hey, we don't know a bail thing got still. Then me don't know. A man try to bail out something out of a shop carrier there. Couldn't tell you. You understand? Yo, I don't know Rasta. I saw a man if he start run left then gun. You see one run left him phone down at that place where this lady are dead. I saw police find them quick and fast. See my computer I move go-ish. Just a jiggle like. Empress Millicent, thanks so much. I appreciate the contribution. And thing hope all is well. Mr. Matt, big up yourself. You understand? Now, the getaway driver, good night, Drea, how are you? The getaway driver involved in the shooting death of Miss Lo Garwood in the Agape Christian Church. I don't know why it's called a Christian church. It's church, no church, Christians worshiping. Oh, there. Yeah, in Falmouth, has pleaded guilty. So getaway driver pleads guilty in church murder case. You understand? Yeah, boom. So the getaway driver in the murder of banker Andrea Lo Garwood inside a Trelawney church pleaded guilty to 2 of the 6 charges against him. Leon Hines pleaded guilty in the Home Circuit Court to the charges of illegal possession of firearm and accessory after the fact to murder. On the other hand, he pleaded not guilty to the charges of conspiracy to murder, accessory before the fact to murder, and misprision of felony. I think that's how that pronounced. Yeah, we need to research that. Hines, who is represented by attorney Michael Hemmings, will be sentenced on the 12th of March. So the move forms part of a plea deal he signed with the prosecution. 51-year-old Logar was shot dead during a worship session at the Agape Christian Fellowship Church. You see, a church of 4 name. In Falmouth, Trelawney, on the 31st of January. 2 other men are charged in the killing. They are 29-year-old Javon Garwood O.C. Janoy, who is charged with murder and conspiracy to murder. He is the stepson of Miss Lo Garwood. And Dwight Bingham, who is charged with murder and illegal possession of firearm. So Bingham is believed to be the trigger man. The 2 appeared before the Trelawney Parish Court on Monday the 15th of February and were remanded. Empress Shirley, thanks so much for the contribution. I am most appreciative. Thank you very much. Yeah, this case is being wrapped up and resolved very quickly. Why? Because the shooter run left him phone in church, like. You understand? So the brother there left him bail book on the crime scene. So then left things. You see? And yeah. So we'll see what the other 2 are up to. One plead guilty already. So apparently so look like him provide some information too. And them something there. The driver just plead guilty on the news. But he is the driver. He may have plead. So the driver would have pleaded guilty from the week, DeAndre. He is the one who pleaded guilty. So yes, I just know. Why I'm plead guilty to some more charges. Because he would have pleaded guilty to 2 of the 6 charges laid against him. Right, so he was slapped with 6 charges. He pleaded guilty to 2. So I don't know if he has pleaded guilty to more since then, but he pleaded guilty from in the week. So I don't know. You understand? Yeah. Or unless you just hear them just report the news. But this go on from in a week, from about Tuesday, I think. Oh, okay, yeah. Probably them just report it, DeAndre. I figure as much. You see me? Since as we on to that, I wrap up this, because I have so many different stories here, so you see? Yeah. I want to remember, Jaja, this Empress here, who was, a hit was placed on her by her sister, and she was killed in front of her 10-year-old child. The sisters pleaded guilty. You understand? Let me organize myself. Wanna give me a moment there. You understand? Yeah. So you know. So sister and nieces plead guilty in Tamara Geddes' murder. So this is Tamara on screen. The lovely young lady. 3 members of one family acknowledge their roles in the murder of one of their relatives, Tamara Geddes. So by pleading guilty to the charge of conspiracy to murder in the Trelawney Circuit Court, Geddes, 36 of Reserve in Trelawney, was murdered at her home on the 19th of June 2020. 3 of her close relatives, Nadine Geddes, 39, Tamara's sister, and their 2 daughters, Shanice Ruddock, 22, and Janae Smith, 16, were among 7 persons charged in relation to the murder. Nadine pleaded guilty before Justice Martin Gale to charges of murder and conspiracy to murder, while Ruddock and Janae pleaded guilty to conspiracy to murder and misprision of felony. Misprision of, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I mean, if you check the pronunciation. Misprision of felony is a crime that occurs when someone knows a felony has been committed but fails to inform the authorities about it. See, it the third time now me I call the word and me kind of stay so when me come across one word where me not sure that, you understand what I'm saying? Misprision. See? No, me know what I mean. I want to know how it's how. Oh, no, but that type, because I like, I like me can't.
Misprision.
Oh, so me not call it right.
Misprision.
Hey, then me bright.
Misprision.
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 Misprision. Oh, the deliberate concealment of one's knowledge of a treasonable act or a felony.
Misprision.
When I welcome, I bust up on one road. Because I don't know any idea. No? I don't want to come going like with the bright, but I don't hold it.
Misprision.
Yeah, man. We're not conceal no word around here. Misprision. All right. You're welcome. All right. So, you know, make we move on again. So, police reported, well, I don't know the story already. And if you get into all of that. So, now, it was clear, well, Ruddock, who was represented by attorney at law Ernest Smith, was released on $100,000 bail, and Nadim and Jenny have been remanded in custody. So it was clear from the evidence that she knew that her mother had done something wrong, but did not tell the police. Interesting. When she returns to court on the 22nd of February, that's next week, like, that's not like a Monday, I will make an application for an appropriate sentence, Smith said. Meanwhile, Rexon Knott, a 24-year-old welder, a 24-year-old welder of Norwood, St. James, was found not guilty of murder in the case, as prosecution offered no evidence against him. He was elated to get back his freedom. I know from earth to heaven I was not guilty. When I was standing in the box, I cannot describe how nervous I was. How the urine did not come running down my pants is hard to explain. I need a strong drink and a good smoke. I can laugh now, but inside of that box is no laughing matter, he told the Star. I hope you go back to him welding. 3 other persons who were charged in the matter were in court, but were not asked to plead to the charges of murder or conspiracy to murder. They are 33-year-old Tashana Young, Owen Irving, 55-year-old, both of Hampton District, Salt Spring, St. James, and 24-year-old Brian Shelley. They are booked to return on the 22nd of February, at which time Nadine and their 2 daughters will be sentenced. Judge of God. Yeah, sir. The general same nearly wee up himself like. See? Oh, you ask Siri. Yeah, boy. Sisters killing sisters. Sons killing fathers. Mothers killing sons. Sisters killing brothers. Peeps. Big up to all our good taxi driver them both here. Run at some place, run at some part. We do some good work out at tree. You understand? We respect the work we do. Because it's very important. You understand? When movements have to go on. You understand? Yeah. But I have often said that many men in this country who are criminals are out there posing as taxi drivers, giving good taxi drivers a bad name. See, I've always contended as well that when police and taxi driver have things, the first remark from civilians is that police will left taxi driver and go look for criminal. And the fact of the matter is that many times the taxi driver them are criminal. You understand what I say? In bail book as collateral. St. James taxi operator charged in relation to shooting and robbery. You know what I see? St. James taxi operator Dean Douglas, otherwise called Esco, has been charged by the police in relation to an incident where a complainant was held up, shot at, and had his house robbed. The 29-year-old man, who is of a Lilliput address, was on Wednesday charged with robbery with aggravation, shooting with intent, illegal possession of firearm, burglary, and larceny. His court date is being finalized. No, they haven't found Jasmine Dean, Peter, as far as my knowledge goes. She has not been found, unfortunately. Reports from the Mount Salem police are at about 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the 24th of November 2020. The complainant and his friend Douglas went to look at a dog for a sale, and while traveling along the roadway, Douglas made a stop to urinate. So they're my friend. Me know my friend, different from me enemy. Then me know my friend. Friends them from way back when me know my friend. Who not first see me, me know me. It is further reported that the complainant was sitting in the front of the car when he heard the trunk being opened. Then he reportedly saw a masked man pointing a firearm at him. Yo, a mask me, a mask out, mask out. I don't want to laugh, but it's judge. The complainant was reportedly told to empty his pockets and throw everything on the ground, to which he complied. The complainant was then told to step into nearby bushes, which he did, but he then ran off in a bid to escape the police report. While running, he heard a loud explosion sounding like a gunshot. However, he escaped unharmed. A report was made to the police and the complainant was taken home. And on his arrival, he discovered that his 32-inch TV, a 55-inch TV, is black iPhone X Max Pro. And cash, all valued at $473,000, were stolen. The police said Douglas was subsequently apprehended in an operation in Clarendon and placed in lockups. In Locus, you know, Adams go down there. Because last time, Adams go down and crawl, you know. Beer things. He was interviewed and subsequently charged. The man robbing for... Yo, the man stop on PP and done mass up and robbing Bridget. You see the man, you're a wicked man. Zane Bacardi. Thanks for the contribution in the Empress. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. You understand? James Bond, my brother. We are deal with youth. Yo, speaking about friend Rob friend, no hold on. As I said, we are organized to store them on a level. Because if I want thing, me hate a friend killer. You understand? The friend thing is rough. I may say, I know. Well, I have a million stories. But I'm go and find it. So this one here, it's a man killed by a friend. Zine. So this a one. So I make bring this go up. So. And where the other one there? I know me see a next one, man. Man caught on camera robbing friends. Hold on. Let me do the one there first. Hold on the peeps. So see with me there. I'm going to say a million story because I haven't streamed in almost 2 weeks. So you know what I think. Yeah, sir? Boom. Alright, so I'm going to circle back. There, so. Alright. Yeah, so I'm can't go up this. Organize. Boom, man. If I find a picture for that brother there. I'll see the story there for Sunday. Yeah. So you know, peeps. So there's somebody and him friend go look on dog for buy. And man, I mean dog food. Yeah, sir? It's that go on. Alright, so listen to this now. Man caught on camera robbing friend's house. I mean, is your friend, you know? Detectives in Hanover has arrested and charged a 20-year-old man after he was caught on camera breaking into his friend's house on Friday. Charged with burglary, larceny, and malicious destruction of properties, Jamar Taylor of Kendall District in the parish. So police reports are that about 6 p.m., the complainant securely locked up his house and left, when Taylor broke into the house through a PV glass window valued at approximately Jamaican $100,000 and stole US $300 and Jamaican $15,000. The complainant later reviewed footage from a CCTV camera during which he identified the accused to be a close friend of his. A report was made to the police and Taylor subsequently arrested and charged. His court date is being finalized. A friend thing is a sticky thing, you know. Answer. You have to be careful. A new friend thing too rough. You stick to evil where you know, like. Eh? Pan a sad note, you know, peeps. Because we can laugh sometimes, but sometimes a thing just sad like. Bomba, that's the picture they zoom in. Then that can't work. I better delete the picture. See if I can find it in my trash. Delete the picture there and then I'm gonna find the picture and then it's still not gonna fit to your screen and but I'm gonna try. Still not fit. Alright, so I'm gonna use this one, but man. That story, peeps. Story set away. St. Catherine man killed by a friend. Tears welled up in Anna K. Santa's eyes and sadness gripped her face as she stared at a picture taken on her wedding day, the 29th of December 2018. Her husband, Ryan Santa, with whom she spent the last several years, has been cruelly taken from her by a man who shot and killed him in their home community of Berwick, which is situated just outside Riversdale in St. Catherine. Ryan, who was everything to me. Well, Ryan was everything to me. And I am yet to fully come to grips with the sadness that engulfs me, Anna Kay said. Ryan couldn't sing or dance very well, but he would often do both to cheer me up if I am sad. He brought joy to many. This is sad, and I am asking why it happened. Police reported at about 11:15 p.m. on Friday the 12th of February, Ryan was at a bar in Berwick when a dispute developed between him and another man. The man, said to be a close family friend, reportedly walked away and returned with a handgun, which he used to shoot Ryan in the upper body as he sat in his car. Ryan, 37 years old, was rushed to the Linstead Hospital where he was pronounced dead, while the man who shot him fled the scene. No, I don't know if he has been arrested. Meanwhile, Ryan's wife described him as a jovial and kind man who won her heart several years ago. This is so fine compared to the rest of the article. Zane? I remember starting with Ryan as a friend and it evolved into a wonderful union. Although we did not have children, everyone called him Uncle Ryan. He was a blessing. And there is still this monumental hurt that I feel. Only time can help me heal, along with my husband's fond memories, Anna Kay said. Ryan, who operated a business and was a supervisor at a BPO establishment, was the third child for Grace Santo. She recalled their last encounter. So it was Thursday that him carried the sweet potato and asked me to bake a pudding. It really hurt me that I baked it on Friday and he did not even get to taste it, said his mother, her eyes filled with water. Well, with tears, I suppose. Jaja. Nah, I read no more of that story there. Nah. You see it? Good night to the people in the building. Big up on yourself. Oh, I appreciate the support, you know what I mean? Teacher buffering. How? You see me a buffer, Rosie? Is your internet? You know, Canada freeze over, internet freeze. You understand? Page, I don't know if I am buffering for real though. But it's like your rose is some trouble. I don't know. Anything possibly, you know. Remember, say I first stream from this location, so the internet, I don't know, buffering, So why everybody just start buffer all of a sudden? No. Wickedness. Yes, you are buffering. Everybody say we have buffer. Then I don't know what else to tell you now. It's not me making internet. But just use it. You understand? Somebody's a buffer for everybody. Why? No buffering, teach. Yes, teacher, buffer. Yeah, buffering. Buffering. It has say my stream connection healthy. You understand? Excellent connection. Then me no know what else you want from me. You see me? What come after excellent? Supreme connection, me no got it. But don't have it. Man give them friend what they got. Me go no me have. You understand? Me hope it sort out still, but I don't know what the issue is. Miss Pearly seems to say me a buffering again. Well on there. Okay. Yeah, me look buffer should true right. That's a look why. I never know. Come on. Thanks to the person that just contributed to the stream. Really appreciate it. Where's a busy signal and pick up? Perfect over here, sir. Alright, let me see what I go on. Zane? Everything good here. Look here, I'm gonna close the stream and try it again. Because I don't know what I go on. Zane, my run a speed test. Yeah, sir. Teacher good a power cut. Yeah, my internet is where it's supposed to be. My stream quality excellent, so I don't know. So I don't know Rasta. Yeah, but yeah. Alright, so I could move on. I hope it's up buffer though. Stream quality updated. Stream has been automatically lowered because the internet connection. Okay, something I go on for true. So hopefully it stays stable. I don't know. And it's a hardwire connection, so I don't know what the issue is. Alright. Boy stabbed over phone in hospital. What just happened? What the heck just happened? Yes. So the Westmoreland police have launched a manhunt for a man who reportedly stabbed a minor outside the Westmoreland Parish Court in Sav on Tuesday morning. Investigators say they have not yet ascertained the suspect's identity. Now reported that the 14-year-old boy traveled with his dad in a motor truck to the court where the father had a pending case. The boy was left inside the truck, which was parked behind the courthouse. Now, shortly after 10:30 a.m., he answered a call on his cell phone, and a man armed with a knife crept up beside the truck and attempted to snatch the cell phone from his hand. But the boy resisted the robber. He was stabbed repeatedly. Several eyewitnesses ran to his rescue, and the attacker dropped the knife on the roadway and fled the scene on foot. The police and the boy's father were called to the scene, and the wounded child was taken to the Savannah Lamar Hospital where he was admitted in serious condition. Now, head of the Westmoreland Police Superintendent Robert Gordon said that child could have lost his life over a cell phone. I never need the police to tell me that, Rasta. This is another instance where persons need to be very vigilant and observe their surroundings. Luckily, the child in question is sturdily built, and he managed to fight off the robber, although he was seriously stabbed. The police intend to scour surveillance footage in the area to track the robber. Jaja. Robbers hit White House Credit Union. So for the second time in less than 7 months, armed robbers posing as customers carried out a daring daylight multi-million-dollar robbery at a financial institution in the community of White House in Westmoreland. So the latest incident took place approximately 10:30 on Tuesday afternoon at the Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union located along Main Street in the fishing community. Now, reports by the police are that 6 men entered the credit union, held up the security guard at gunpoint, and stole an estimated $5 million in cash. They escaped in 2 motor cars. Now, Superintendent Robert Gordon, commanding officer for the Westmoreland Police Division, said on Tuesday that the police are on the trail of the gunmen and are hoping to make an early arrest. No one was hurt, but the robbers made off with the guard's firearm and the complete surveillance apparatus, in that they would have taken the VCR set from the institution, or the man them techie footage, which makes it harder to identify and track them. The Westmoreland police commander said that the robbers were venturing into small communities and targeting financial institutions and other businesses that have high cash turnover. While urging the credit union to beef up security operations, Gordon cautioned other financial entities to be on the lookout for thieves posing as customers. He also advised business owners to position their security cameras and servers in hard-to-reach areas. Now, in late July 2020, gunmen pulled off a daylight robbery at the JN Bank in White House and made off with several $1 million. Earlier this year, armed men posing as customers also went to the Coors Ritikal finance outlet in Negril, Westmoreland, and robbed tellers of an undetermined sum of money. You want to sound like the same man them still. You understand? Yeah. They might get braver and braver now, so them soon get it. It's a matter of time. See? You see, you're gone about your business. You are a member of the credit union and you go on a credit union and go and conduct business. A man coming, 6 man coming, they come and hold it up. I am happy no one was hurt still. You understand? We'll give thanks for that because, yeah, you know what things set. So the footage was not stored in a cloud. Apparently not. You know, some people is on hard drive, them store them CCTV footage. Some places even a flash drive they use. A SD card. So a man them gone with the whole thing. I'm take bad things that joke, you know. Jaja. Yo, Elliot, thanks for the contribution, sis. Hope all is well. Big up yourself. Elliot, still there, yard? I guess the reason why some people prefer to store on the hard drives is that cloud storage is normally subscription based, and some people don't want not for paying a monthly subscription fee. Is in, so I suppose them prefer the local storage option. I mean, which I can see and think. You want to sound like some people on the inside of them places still know something. Now, say me say, you know, but me just say. Man shot dead in Flamstead, St. James. A car salesman was fatally shot in Flamstead, St. James on Thursday. 33-year-old Clarence Morris was at a bar with other patrons at 8 p.m. when a man entered and shot him. The gunman allegedly exited the bar and later tried to re-enter. The patrons, however, blocked the door. The man then shut up the establishment before leaving. The police found 9 spent shells at the scene. Mr. Morris is from the Granville community in St. James. So apparently he go to kill that man. But then he left and I say, but then the one who bar a witness this man just left. So he try to go back. You understand? And then block him out like, Jaja. Man dead after gunman shoots up taxi in Mountain View Avenue. No, but that's a read through them story. But that's a go through the motion. Because we say, yo, But cloud storage is fairly cheap. But fairly cheap for who? Cheap is relative enough in there. You understand? And it depends on which cloud service you use and them something. I don't think all of them cheap still, but yeah, but you understand, there's cheap and then there's cheap, I suppose. So cheap for you may not be cheap for me and vice versa. You know what I think? Plus some company not too look here. Local storage is not the worst thing in the world, in all honesty. What you need to do is put that thing somewhere where the man then can't find it. You understand? That is what you need. I am not averse to local storage. See, I am not averse to cloud storage either. I'm just saying. You understand? Many criminals have been caught from local storage. So I don't like it never work. You understand? It's just that the man them see that one and then gone with it. So the person will give them the information, tell them where it is, so then go for it. You understand? So I mean I assume. See? But me understand when you're saying nothing and I get me wrong. Me totally get what you say still. But local storage has come up chumps many times before. It's just that the man them know what the hard drive there. And then gone with it. You understand? Because them have all of the information apparently. A man was killed after a gunman shot at a taxi on Mountain View Avenue in St. Andrew on Thursday. A female passenger was also shot. She has been admitted to hospital. The taxi was traveling on Mountain View Avenue at 7 p.m. when the vehicle was stopped by a man. He allegedly pulled a gun and opened fire on the passengers. The police have not established a motive for the attack. No, you board one taxi and go about your business. And you drive down the road and a man stop the taxi and open fire in it. It's a mad country, really. No, but I see it. There used to be a program on Spike TV called 1,000 Ways to Die. In Jamaica that. In Jamaica you have 1,000 ways to dead every day. But the ways them are going to culminate with gunshot. And I have no idea. Mean you did a church, you did a bar, you did a school, you did a hospital, you did a yard, you did on the road, you did a shop, you did in a taxi. You did out at a supermarket door. You did at a post office. You did that, you're just dead. Made all of me. So peeps, from the plane land down a rocky point, the things kinda at a rocky point. You get what I say? From the plane land down a rocky point, things has been at a rocky point. Police them arrest a man, people them say them man they are hero. Police them say man zero. Them say them man they provide work for youth in the community and them man they not involved in nothing. And you understand? Them man they are businessman and thing. You want to look like say there has been some fallout. After the plane fall out of the sky, there has been some fallout down there and the thing and a rocket dump on the point like. So much so that, and I am not sure that this is directly linked to the plane. I am just saying that since the plane land, some strange things been going on the other side. Rocky Point kind of get rockier. You understand? 4 houses firebombed in Town and Rocky Point days apart. Yeah. Call me crazy, but since the plane land, £100 of cali weed, where them get it from? The plane land. Yes, the plane land. Right now, house all start get firebomb. The plane land. Yes, the plane land. Police them a look and still can't find the man. Never mind. That didn't work out so well. 4 houses firebombed in Town and Rocky Point days apart. Mojo Peter, big up yourself. Jennifer Forbes Thomas of Rocky Point in Clarendon says her family is still reeling from the trauma of their home being firebombed last Thursday. Relating her experience, she said she was sleeping when she heard banging at her window and sound of glass breaking, followed by an explosive sound. Is that man who drink Jagger? I'm in a drink Jagger. I use Jagger and mixed drinks. But on Sunday, like. Yeah, sir. Guinness with things. And Jagger and people. Fire is Jagger and Spitfire. I never know. Alright. In no time, the house was a furnace of fear and screams. I was scared that probably a gunman was outside the door. I did not see any gunman or anything, so me run across the fence and called my neighbor, she said, adding that her husband rushed to throw water on the fire. A Molotov cocktail, or bottle boom, was found inside, well it's really a bomb, but you know it's a boom, was found inside the house where Forbes Thomas lived with her husband and their daughter. See them? The whole family of us traumatized. When me traumatized, I'm not related to them. I just try to hang on and see what can be done, Forbes Thomas said. Neighbors who worked feverishly in a bid to extinguish the blaze, a mattress and some clothes were lost. Well, I'm glad said that is all that was lost. Yeah. My window them leak out. I have to put zinc and board on it right now. Give thanks for me. Yeah, son. The lady said, sharing that the family is still living in the house as they have no other option. It's very risky, you know. You understand? It's a very risky proposition right there. Forbes Thomas is appealing for help with the donation of a mattress as well. You know, so I never read the article. I never read the story, you know. Mattress. We'll see. Such acts of criminal violence are not alien to Rocky Point, a seaside community in South Central Jamaica, but a rush of fire bombings in just a week could hint at a purge. The Clarendon district came under renewed scrutiny after a 12-seater plane crash-landed on the White Sand Beach on the evening of the 23rd of January. The two-engine aircraft is deregistered and its ownership is domiciled in Mexico. Its occupants still have not been identified or located. The incident is now the subject of a transnational investigation. So Forbes Thomas believes that Thursday's attack may be linked to a feud involving her son in nearby Almontown. Her son, she said, had been the victim of gunshot wounds in an attack born out of a grudge. She theorizes from the escape route that Thursday's arsonist was an outsider unused to the community's terrain. See? While jumping over the fence, an assailant's clothes got caught by a wire and he fell into clumps of pickles. He eventually escaped. We realized that it's not nobody from the surrounding here, neither from Portland settlement nor Rocky, as they know the place good, so they would know how to get away instead of going across there, because they would know that the fence is there and Kasha Maka is there. 4 houses in the community of Lioneltown and Rocky Point were attacked by Molotov cocktails last week. So on Tuesday, the 2nd of February, a mother, her daughter, and the daughter's partner came under attack in their 2-bedroom concrete home in Lioneltown. It is understood that the occupants of the house heard the dogs barking following loud explosions like gunshots at the front of the house. After shooting subsided, the daughter's partner was found to be suffering from gunshot wounds to his right thigh. The house was then set ablaze with a Molotov cocktail. The daughter's partner's house, which is close by, was fired on and also set ablaze. The 4th incident happened in Lioneltown sometime last week when a family of 8 including a 6-week-old baby, came under attack from gunmen. One member from the household, who did not want to be named, said at about 11:30 p.m., gunmen invaded the home via the front window and fired several shots while tossing a firebomb into the house. Ah, boy. Apparently, Lionel town full of cloud. Eh. People is walking about them people house, you know, see. No, the brother there, where in a film girlfriend house, where get shot in a film tie, then them light film house and light the house when they inner. Then I could have went in, sir. Yeah, sir. Obviously, there is something going on. You see me? And all of these things have flared up since the plane land. You see me? I cannot say that they are linked to the plane situation and the fallout. Okay, here's the people that put up people and people are point finger upon people and people as a people are in farmer and all sort of thing. But houses are burned down. That is for certain. See, up to this point, nobody has died. We give thanks for that. But people's lives, 6-day-old baby. How the baby get involved in this? Like, you must know say a baby in the house family. Oh God, man. Elta, oh go on. Swag boss, blessings. So I don't know if these incidents are flying from the plane or are they landing on the plane, in the plane, around the plane. I don't know, but you have to ask questions. See? Eh. Cha. I'm tired. Yo. And if foolish is not even start. Blessings, Father Glenford. Give thanks. Appreciate the support. If foolish is not even starting a stream, I don't know what on. Right now, I go sleep. I'm tired of foolishness. St. Catherine's siblings, I'm going to take off this off my screen. St. Catherine's siblings charge over attack on relative. So the police in St. Catherine have arrested and charged 3 siblings in connection with an attack on a relative. Charged are 36-year-old Tyler Jermaine Morrison, otherwise called Fabian, 36-year-old housewife Tashan Morrison Humphrey, otherwise called Melody, and 21-year-old laborer Jason Morrison, all of Chambers Lane, Spanish Town in the parish. Chambers who? They are charged with assault at common law, illegal possession of firearm, and assault occasioning actual bodily harm. The police reported about 5:15 p.m. on Sunday, January the 3rd, the complainant was at home when an argument developed between him and his siblings. The police further reported that the argument escalated and 2 of the siblings inflicted wounds to the complainant, while the 3rd sibling pulled a firearm from his waistband and pointed it at him. A report was made to the police and all 3 siblings were charged on Thursday, the 4th of February. Their court dates are being finalized. Wavell Smith, where are date family? Blessings to that. Yo. Man charged with triple murder in Almontown. Detectives assigned to the Kingston Central Police Division have charged a man in relation to a shooting in Almontown that left 3 men dead and 2 others injured. 24-year-old Shavar Evans, otherwise called Dada, on a guest Shavar occupation of Eddie Lane. Here we go again, Lane. Big up to the good people that are living in a lane and the pens them. Big up on yourself. But well, we have some people running some party. Glenford Borland, blessings my brother. How are you? Yeah? 24-year-old Shavar Evans, otherwise called Dada, a laborer of Eddie Lane in Kingston 4, has been charged with 3 counts of murder, 2 counts of shooting with intent, and illegal possession of firearm. His court date is being finalized. So the charges stems from an incident that took place on Prince of Wales Street in Kingston 4 on Sunday the 17th of January. The police report at about 7:15 p.m. the deceased and the 2 other men were standing along the roadway having drinks when they were pounced upon by gunmen traveling in a motor car who opened gunfire, hitting them. The police were alerted and all 5 men were taken to hospital, where 3 were pronounced dead and the other 2 men admitted for treatment. The deceased were identified by the police as 21-year-old Raheem Brown of John Street, Connie Foster, Coney, I will work with that, otherwise called Big Red, of Lord Elgin Street, and 20-year-old Marvin Livingston, otherwise called Diamond, of Prince Wales Street, all in Almontown, Kingston 4. Now, following an intense investigation by the police, Evans later turned himself in. He was subsequently charged after being interviewed in the presence of his attorney. You know, so what go on about it? Dad arrested for a slapping son who draped and told him bad words. That playing across is you see playing, I could show with true color. Them I show them true colors. Yeah. That marks where I go on. No. If my son shouldn't drape me still. But now I foresee that still. You understand? Because my son will grow up understanding, say, that's not safe. See? I mean, I go abuse my son and kick and box my son. But him I go know say that's not safe. You understand what I say? A 35-year-old man was arrested and hauled before the court after attempting to discipline his 13-year-old son, who he said draped him and told him bad words. The bad words, bad and not so bad. But you can't drape your father, you. And that's not safe. The dad was charged with unlawful wounding due to an injury his son sustained to the face while during the incident. The father said he was using his hand to hit the out-of-control youth when he was injured. He pleaded guilty to a charge of unlawful wounding when he appeared in the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday, the 5th of February. The man explained to Chief Parish Judge Chester Crooks that the circumstances that led him to strike his son, who was visiting with him at the time. He used expletives towards me and started to drape me. So I had to scold him for it, he said, while adding that he did not intentionally injure the boy. He explained that his son was moving up and down when his hand accidentally caught him in the face. That's a lie still. You understand? The teen's mother told the court that this is the first time she has known of the accused hitting their son. The court referred them to counseling and the father was given an April 22nd date for sentencing. Imagine say I'm catching man, JP father has that 13-year-old. These are some serious times. All I can see around us is just violence and crime. Oh, the voice so nice, I know, like echo in our room. Yeah. You know, echo kind of get while echo, you know what I mean? Reverb like. Let the sun shine throughout the peaceful day, and the unshine peaceful night. 7 times rise, 7 times fall. But even remember this song. My feelings in my voice sound sweet. Echo the kind of get a little, you know what I mean? A little buzz. Buzzy. No, on a serious level still. If the youth I misbehave and him father address him and him a go resort to using expletives and then proceed to drape him father, then that no wise. Yeah, sir. That and well apparently they don't live together because the child was visiting Zane with his dad and not even me no feel comfortable to drape myself. You know see, much less if somebody drape me. Much less my son for that no wise. That is not wise at all. I, I don't see that being very wise. So yeah. No Rasta. Me not like how that feel. No. Yeah, man. That not feel safe. Yo, so no think twice. You understand? No think twice. See? It's sad for no say that's a thing read still and him father have hurt him still. See? And if the story actually go like how the father related, say he was trying to, you know what I mean, discipline him and him saw he was expletive. As I say expletive, but not so bad. But then you drape your father. I would have never tried to drape my father. Yeah, sir. That not safe. Eh. No. Man in custody has multiple rape probes intensifies in St. Anne. How much time from the streams I'm talking about St. Anne? No. A man is in police custody as investigation in St. Anne step up. As investigators in St. Anne step up a probe into a series of rapes and abductions in the parish. The suspect's identity is being withheld pending further investigation. He was arrested last week in the parish of St. Mary and handed over to the police in St. Anne. Now, according to law enforcers, in the coming days, he is to face a series of other identification parades for a number of rape incidents. This after having been pointed out on one such parade before. Meanwhile, efforts are underway by the police to apprehend other suspects who are allegedly involved in the rape incidents. Oh. The total number of rape and abduction incidents that are being investigated has not been ascertained. It was reported that several women have been abducted by men traveling in motorcars and taken as far as Portland, where men had sex with them without their consent. Some of the incidents were reported to the police, resulting in probes being launched. So the concerning developments sent fear among some residents of the parish, with several voice notes being circulated citing serial rapists on the loose in the parish. But despite those claims, there were 5 reported rape cases in St. Anne last month, and it was not clear how many rape cases have been recorded for February thus far. Like, how can a man enjoy sex if a woman not enjoy sex? First thing, it's not sex if she not give you a brother. You understand? They're not sex that's something else. Brother from a girl said, no, me I lose the vibes. I could have a cool off and go back still, but that no thing there, brother, is like, it's just a switch where just lock off things from. You see it? No, Rasta. How can you enjoy? You never have some girl where she probably not even too in her mood and she just give you cause you want it. You don't even enjoy it, dog. Then know you feel rape one girl. Then me not understand. Oh, the comments in this are far back. It better his father hurt him than the police. The comments in the far back though. I want to go on with the stream tonight. This not safe neither. Not safe. Probably I wouldn't need to refresh on the stream and I can't like a problem. Because me I talk about rape and I want to still talk about drape. I can't think someone go drape and rape. I don't know. Alright. Yeah. Drop him on the head. With a very violent though. You understand? I want to still there drape. I mean they are rape. But I get it. I don't still I don't understand. But alright, I come move on. 6 persons injured in drive-by shooting in Waterhouse, St. Andrew. The story them all over my place tonight. Don't forgive me. 6 persons were shot in a drive-by attack in Waterhouse, St. Andrew on Thursday. The police say persons were standing on Penwood Road at about 7:30 p.m. when a car drove up. The men in the vehicle opened gunfire and the 4 persons, including a 16-year-old student, were shot. More than 20 spent shells were found at the scene. 3 minutes later, a vehicle allegedly fitting the same description drove to Trinidad Road and the occupants shot 2 men. Yo. Sound system operator among 4 killed Thursday last, I think. So a sound system operator was among 4 persons killed on Thursday. So investigators say 31-year-old Devington Williams was near his house on Greenvale Road in 9 Miles, Bull Bay when residents heard gunshot. Mr. Williams' bullet-riddled body was later found. Now, murders also took place, well, the long story short, yeah man. Man stabs cousin to death. 20-year-old Jerome Carr, otherwise called Bull, a laborer of Hendon, Norwood in St. James, has been charged with the murder of his cousin, 37-year-old Kenroy Cox, otherwise also of Hendon in Norwood. So reports from the Montego Hills police are at about 10:15 p.m. on Thursday, February 4th, Carr and Cox got into an altercation, during which Carr used a knife to stab Cox several times. Cox was taken to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Carr later turned himself into the police. He was charged after he gave a caution statement. His court date is being finalized. Remember when they talk about firebombing down a Lionel Town and Rocky Point? Still in Clarendon, buffering again. I don't know. It has a mainstream excellent condition. I don't know. I don't know. My internet connection is extremely strong, so I don't know. Marlon vibes, don't mix me up. Don't mix me up. Matty say thing I like. Uno probably need to close the stream and I don't know what's the issue. See? Then say thing I buffer. So far about this there? Yeah, something not going on. I don't know. I don't know. And a low latency stream upon. I don't know still, but alright. Yeah. Hope Sunday will be better. Hopefully. As I said, this is the first time I'm streaming from this location. So I guess I'll have to try and figure out these things as I go along. But I don't know why that problem should exist though, in all honesty. You're freezing up. Buffering. Everything looks okay on my side. I really don't know. I don't know what I'm going. But just go and share some story. Yeah. Elderly man killed in Clarendon house after it was firebombed. So detectives assigned to the Clarendon police are probing the circumstances surrounding the shooting death of 80-year-old Clifton Berry, a retired mason of Rhymesbury district in the parish early this morning. So the police report at about 1:15 a.m. Berry was home when he was pounced upon by a gunman who threw a Molotov cocktail through the window of his house. Berry tried to escape his attackers but was shot several times. The police were alerted, and on their arrival, the elderly man was found in a section of the house with gunshot wounds. He was taken to hospital where he died while being treated. 80-year-old man. Counsel for the Yorktown Division, you fell Purcell, described the attack on the elderly man. Well, decried, I suppose. I am very disturbed about the killing of Mr. Berry. I am really perturbed to know they can go into an elderly gentleman's home and kill him like that. It is really heartrending, he said. I am very disturbed about what is happening in Yorktown, in the Yorktown communities. Because over time, we have not had any crime. So I am really disturbed, Purcell said. So you firebomb the elder's house. He's trying to escape. And then now you shut him up. 80-year-old. This is a case of can't catch Quacky, catch him shot. My Wi-Fi acting up too. No, you want to look like say, but it has a my stream connection. It has been saying that from night, so I really don't know. I really know what it is. When I did when I do my speed test just now, my internet a fly, so I don't know. Teacher I closed 3 times already. So I guess it is probably on my side, Brocardi. So just be patient, as I said. I am streaming from this location for the first time. So, more reverb. Yeah, man, that will continue at my base because the studio is still not completed. The setup is still not completed. And I try do it without using certain things. So we'll see. And probably if I get some carpet put on the floor if I kind of absorb some of that. Teacher, I see the messages them late. Yeah, that me I see too. So I will heap a little hang-ups and hiccups are going in the night here. I want them message over to Wi-Fi that, but then that probably not safe, you know. I don't know. I go and juggle with it tonight and see what I go on. Everyone is online. Yeah, but even so, it shouldn't be so bad. Auntie. Yeah, Marlon, I see what you say, brother. So, if things are reach me late and me reach una late, so I don't know what I go on. Hopefully, it balances out itself going forward. I really don't know. MS said the logo behind me is slow as well. But no, my computer want update, you know, so I don't know if that's the problem. Let's stop and go minor place. I don't know. Alright. I could continue here, sir. So this lady on screen, oh, this a picture. Oh, all the picture them are cropping more and more tonight. How wrong? Sure. Merciless machete murder. After chopping woman to death, enraged attacker killed barking dog. I saw the pictures related to this and teach why it sound like you buy a new home. So. I'm in a new location, my friend. Yeah, so no, I'm not there yet, Mr. White. I'm working towards that though, I assure you. Yeah. Residents of Crooked River have described the chopping death of 61-year-old caregiver Sharon Cole, reportedly by her estranged lover, as a cold-blooded act. Police reports are that about 5:10 p.m. on Monday, the accused man used a machete to inflict several wounds to Cole's body after the two were involved in a dispute. She was pronounced dead on arrival at hospital. A cousin of Cole's noticed stark disapproval to the relationship with Cole and theorized that her life might have been spared if her former partner had been detained by the police after a recent dispute got physical. The relative who requested anonymity said that the man appeared to be possessed. The police don't do them job. He should have been locked away from a month ago when he beat her up and was walking around with a very sharp cutlass telling people what he was going to do to her. The Jamaica Constabulary Force said in a press statement on Tuesday that the accused was apprehended in the corporate area by the St. Andrew Central Police. Gruesome images has been circulating which shows Cole's body in a grocery shop left with her left arm severed, clutching $300 notes, $100 notes. Now, Sonia Ferran, another cousin of Cole, and is a shopkeeper at the grocery facility where the ill-fated incident unfolded. I have a shop there. Yeah, I think at a shop there. Zane. Ferran was a picture of grief on Tuesday, rotted by flashbacks of the violence that played out in front of her. Cole responded to the accused's request to buy him a drink and hummed to drown out the further dialogue. She was humming. He exploded afterwards with unimaginable violence. Him grab her and go outside and grab the cutlass and start chop merciless. I cry out for help, and nobody to my rescue because nobody was there, Ferran said. When him finished chop her, him walked towards me and me have to run. The assailant walked off briskly to his car and reportedly admitted to the fatal attack after he drove off. Audrey Hines, Cole's friend, alleged that the accused has a history of physical abuse, even towards his own relatives. Cole had been warned of the man's violent streak. She had reportedly ruled having a relationship with the accused. He is evil. After he killed her, he was walking home and the dog started to bark at him and he chopped the dog in two, said one relative speaking on condition of anonymity. Noel Nemard, counsel for the Kelly's division, expressed outrage at the incident. I feel very cut up about it. Strange choice of word. Nobody not deserve this to die like that. Hey Tracy, how are you? Hope you're okay. Ah, boy. But that's already, education and it a lot for true, man. But it's a buffer too bad. Advertisement around. Me nah skip that. Take me a fool. Bishop and spiritual leader killed by a gunman in St. Elizabeth. That's the man on the screen. Still the fire. Need some studio warming gift. Yeah, I need some things. But as I said, work in progress. A bishop and spiritual leader was gunned down at his home in Denby Castle district near Jointwood in St. Elizabeth on Wednesday night. The deceased has been identified as Jerome Hilton. He was a bishop at the New Testament Spiritual Church of God International Elohim True Faith in the parish, according to his Facebook profile. Preliminary reports are that about 8:30 on Wednesday, Hilton and two other men were at his home when men armed with guns entered the premises. The intruders later opened fire, hitting Hilton several times before fleeing the scene. The other two men who were at the house managed to escape unharmed. An alarm was raised and the police were alerted to the incident, and Hilton was found suffering from gunshot wounds. He was pronounced dead at hospital. The news of his killing has sent shockwaves across the parish and within the wider church community. Several persons took to social media to express disbelief at the chilling development. Meanwhile, a motive for the killing has not yet been established. Stream is a Minecrafter. Woman found with head partially severed in Portland. A woman's body was found with her head partially severed down a precipice in Lydart District, Portland on Saturday last. The deceased has been identified as 30-year-old Kerry-Ann Hunter, alias Caribou or Chubby of Guinea Lane, Port Antonio in the parish. Now reports had that about 9:30 a.m. a passerby saw the body of a woman, later identified as that of Hunter down a precipice and summoned the police. The body was taken to the morgue pending a post-mortem examination. Now detectives in the parish have since launched an investigation into the death, which is the second killing on record for the parish for 2021. And last year, the parish recorded the lowest number of killings among geographical police divisions across the country, with 10 cases. Stunner Squad Entertainment, big up yourself. Bartender allegedly stabbed to death by a lover in St. Anne. So a woman was fatally stabbed reportedly by her boyfriend during a domestic dispute in Cascade, St. Anne on Saturday. The deceased has been identified as Kenisha Reed, a bartender of Fraser District in Cascade. She is believed to have been in her 30s. Her boyfriend is in police custody and is expected to be questioned by investigators. Now, preliminary reports are that sometime after 11 p.m., Reed and her boyfriend, said to be a farmer, had an argument at a premises in the community. Subsequently, a knife was reportedly used by the man to stab Reed several times. She was pronounced dead at hospital while her alleged attacker turned himself over to the police. Now, when contacted at the St. Anne Police, Superintendent Dwight Powell said the killing resulted from a domestic dispute between a man and his girlfriend, instigated by jealousy. We have an issue with domestic related murders, so we'll be pushing a program from where we sit to treat domestic violence. The program is to involve the training of persons to conflict resolution and domestic violence intervention. These things sound so good. A counseling center for the police division is also to be installed later this year in Alexandria, St. Anne. We are hoping this year we will be able to make a serious inroad in terms of domestic violence across the parish. Man. Rosie said, Bishop looks up. I'm glad you guys said it. I never want to say it still. It's a weird looking bishop still, but I hope the police them sort out the case and something still, because it's strange. Strange, this feeling I'm feeling. Oh, Jah love, we will always believe in. Though you may think my faith is in vain. Till Shiloh we chant Rastafari's name. Why that see I look extra brown, sir. Provocative thoughts. Good night. But that's a go on stream because only the way back around, so I don't know only the log back around and back this one. Like, yeah. I'm a thief, I teach. Man can't read no. And provocative thoughts. I like your username. Very provocative, I suppose. The hearts of man is becoming cold and colder. Hey Bridget, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks, appreciate. Teach moving from Spanish Town to Blue Mountain. The internet should be better. Call it FP, sir. So, why are these men killing off these ladies? Studio 4. You know what I say? I use me, I want to use none of this. So that me I run from. So I'm going to use that, try the alternatives before me settle on that. Yeah. This girl here, Kalina Collier. Collier, pronounce it how you choose, has made a fool of herself. And again, we see social media has caused major fallout for somebody who has decided to use social media in a way that is not wise. I did even listen. I saw it circulating on social media, and as I said, I would have treated with relocating and stuff. Was treating with that, so I never really get to pay attention to a lot of things. So I not even did hear what she have said, but I know it was being circulated where she said that she was being held hostage in Jamaica. And I know that people have been saying that the government should have pressed charges against her, but apparently there is no provisions in the law to have laid charges against her based on the nature of the post that she made. Zane, the fallout is as such where she has been suspended. Apparently, she has now lost her job. And JetBlue has issued a public apology to the Jamaican authorities and stuff. So JetBlue fires Collier. American stewardess Kalina Collier reported that she was being held hostage in Jamaica after testing positive for COVID-19 has been fired from her job at JetBlue Airways. After an investigation, the crew member in question is no longer with JetBlue. We continue to offer our apologies for the frustration and concern this incident has caused and reiterate our confidence in the health protocol Jamaica has put in place, said Derek Dombrowski. Yeah. Manager and corporate communications in a statement recently. So JetBlue announced that it was launching an investigation into Collier's actions. No, so after the statement was released on behalf of the airline, he also apologized to the Jamaican government. We deeply apologize to the people of Jamaica and the Jamaican government for the concern and frustration this incident has caused. He said, Collier arrived in Jamaica on the 28th of January and was scheduled to depart on the 1st of February. On Saturday, January 30, Collier did an antigen test that returned a positive result. Another test an hour later was negative. Owing to the uncertainty surrounding the two tests, the Ministry of Health and Wellness recommended a PCR test on the 2nd of February, which came back positive. She was given a 14-day quarantine order by the Ministry of Health. Moreover, US COVID-19 protocols would not allow her entry into the country with a positive result. Collier made headlines after convincing social media influencers, including some US activists, that she was being held against her will. Her claim was disputed by the police, health officials, as well as hotel officials, and them something there. Yeah, so she decided to use social media in a way that was not wise, ill-advised, and she has paid the price. Yeah, she has been fired. A lesson to be learned, I suppose, and thing. My JetBlue friend. My JetBlue friend. So. Blessings, Sir Edwards. Empress, so we are all our stage rester and thing. So this is one story I would have covered if I was not treating with relocating last week. Well, this week, last weekend into this week, because I would have moved on Friday and stuff. Trust me, this moving thing is, I don't like it. I only have one more move left with me, and when I make that move, that will be it. You understand? Yeah, it's rough, man. So rough, especially when I do what I do, and you have to pull down the studio and pull down everything and set it up from. It is. I'm very proud of my studio now, though. It's just the echo, but I soon treat with that. When I just go and I couldn't ears ring a little bit, but I soon start that out. You understand? I'm trying not to set up any acoustic foam in the studio, but we'll see. But I know that the echo is what's the move? As in you move from one place to the next, Tracy. Anyway, and thing. Worst time to lose a job, shape me thing before you act. Yeah, scary. I mean, I don't know what flew up in her head. Probably a COVID. You know, like how dengue fever flew up in her head, like COVID flew up in her fear. You see, and it's not like she couldn't go back home either. You see me? And not like she couldn't go back home, you know. So, I don't know. Teach by Felicia. Sorry, Kalina. Go on, you know. Hey. Yes. So one of the stories that I would have definitely covered if I was not without internet for a few days and stuff, and the studio wasn't being set up on them something there, is the story that NWA, the National Works Agency, suspend their work on the Southern Coastal Highway project because of extortionists. And the letter that was written by the extortionists was made public. And oh my, oh my, oh my God, what a letter it was. Zane, to think that the Southern Highway Coastal Program is a government initiative and the NWA is a government agency. So technically, the man them are extort the government. I never remember to put the extortion letter on my in my streaming thing. Extortion letter. Let me see if I can find it. Jamaica. Can't find the one. This is some other one. I'm going to read it off on my phone still. Eh. Stream element. Yes. The thing with stream element is that the transaction comes over to your PayPal account immediately. While with Patron, you have to wait till the end of the month. You understand? But the deductions are far less than Super Chat. Far less. Way, way less. So, yeah, it is okay. Alright, so extortionists force NAA to halt work on South Coast Highway. If somebody did tell me, I would have say a lie. Threats from alleged extortionists who are demanding bi-weekly advances have forced work to be halted on a section of the Southern Coastal Highway project. The road project is being implemented in sections of St. Andrew, St. Thomas, and Portland. Now, according to the National Works Agency, in a statement, the decision was taken to suspend works along the Georgia to Cedar Valley leg of the project on the last weekend, following the threats. The demands were made by way of a handwritten letter, neither the source or authors of which were declared, the NAA stated, adding that the work site was closed even while critical wall construction and revetment protection works were in progress along sections of the badly deteriorated roadway. The matter has been reported to the police, who the NAA revealed were carrying out investigations. Now, meanwhile, the NAA noted that the work to be completed along the 15-kilometer long Georgia to Cedar Valley contract package is very valuable. The agency added the roadway is earmarked for extensive reconstruction and improvement, including a new pavement, the upgrading of existing drainage features, and the construction of new ones, including culverts. Long story short, watch it. The man they write one letter. Let me see if we can read it. See it? That's why you have to pay attention when you go to school, you know? Mr. Jones and Mr. James, welcome to our program. If you refuse to work with our plan, you and Mr. James won't have a contract in Trinityville, capital TV Trinityville, you know, on your life will at risk, not on your life, you know, on your life, will be at risk in the next 48 hours. We need $100,000 every 2 weeks on your work, not on their work, you know. And your work can flow in peace. P-I-E-C-E, peace, you know. No. As you get our invoice, we are going to call you on your phone in the evening. And we will do business from there. Mr. Jones, you live far away. So if you refuse, we are going to kill Mr. James and 2 of the workers and close to the work site. Mr. Jones, don't try to use police to find out who this company is. H-I-S is. Let me read that again. Yo, this funny. Yo, watch out. What's it? Which one is it? Mr. Jones, don't try to use police to find out who this company, the man, them things are company, you know, is. The company HIS is. We are unknown. If you guys work with us, everything can go good. Mr. Jones and Mr. James. Mr. Jones, me now waste no oxygen and carbon dioxide. And you know, not and carbon dioxide, you know. Pan you guys. A corporation or slaughteration. Big money, big funeral for you guys. That excerpt was taken out of Twins at Twins, eh? I think volume, I remember, about 9. No, you tell me. Yeah, youths, stay in school. Don't farm fool. Don't go like you eat that waste time and then go take up tool. Yeah, right, like a jackass and a mule. Volume 10. Yo. Then if this man I send this a letter come, I just be a laugh, me a laugh after. Yo, brother, even no bother one extra. I be a laugh, my brother. Then yo. And them before the man go look at work on the road construction, the man sit down, right? One bag of foolishness, I threaten people. See? I threaten the country. This is a government thing, this, you know? And the man them lock down the road. Because yo, joke thing, brother. Instead of the man go look at work on the road work program there. See, Tracy and Kelly, thanks so much for the contribution, Empress. The man sit down and write whatever this is. Cause this is not a letter. This is not an extortion letter. This is something that a child learning to get them penmanship up to scratch and then grammar in order for the first time with pen. You understand? And who got dead and who got this and who got that. Man say, nah, we waste no oxygen. The man left off D for every hand. yo, the man don't know the difference between PEACE and PIECE. Yo, it don't know the difference between IS and HIS and how to use it. That's what youth stay in school. The man don't know what is a proper noun and how if you write. So you stay in school. Me don't want to know a man write this still though. You understand? If dog say welcome to our program, it's a programmer. It's a software developer. Yo, it dog have PROGRAM for pro. Yo. The man said they need 100 grand every 2 weeks. You see me? 200 grand a month, that's another dog. The man said, no, you have get our has HAS. Now has you get our invoice. Is an invoice, you know? We are going to call you on your phone in the evening and we will do business from there. The dog said Mr. Jones refused to leave fireman kill Mr. James and 2 of the workers and man be close to the work site. Don't try to use the police to find out who this company is. Yo, stay in school. Yeah, man. Do that. Go on to school and stay at school. It is imperative. It is important. Eh? I am a little bit disappointed though that the NAA decided to stop the work. I think that sends the wrong message. And yes, we don't want nobody dead, but they got wind of this. All they need to do is beef up security around the place. Zane, have police presence. You understand? 2 soldiers up in a 2 bush, the nearby bushes and them. It's a government project. You can't make them money derail the government project, brother. That is just my assessment. So, I could be wrong. Probably me I look on it the wrong way still. Zane? But we don't negotiate with criminals about their rasta. You understand what I say? Then me like police and me hold this up. The first thing I have to do, you know, I have to go learn to write. You understand? Then after I learn to write properly, I have to get in grammar sort out. Zane? And then I have to rewrite this properly. And every time I write it wrong, I bust him fired with sitting. and then the court can deal with him after that. Every time right or wrong, and he knock them. He was on button and broke in finger them. Then sit there, in knee cup. Yeah, in elbow and them place. In your ankle and in wrist there. In nose bridge. yo, the man draw for one sitting. Kind of letter this on the rasta. Then, yo, no do. Right now we now waste no oxygen and carbon dioxide. Dog. You know, for you guys. A corporation or slaughteration. The dog have a capital P and Migla corporation. Or slaughteration. Big money. Or big funeral for you guys. Jaja. And that's what you then do, you know. All the man need to do is to try look at work on the side. You understand? All the man need to do is to go try look at work, you know. Marlon say, I go do it, but just trouble them away. Marlon, whichever way, you need to go learn to write. You understand? I am not the best English student ever. But God, man, right now I look like a star compared to what I see yourself. Eh? I one thing do. Anytime my dog right, miss time now left out in full stop, you know. If dog full stop in a middle at the line. You know your full stop normally there on the line. The dog full stop there up in a middle. You can't miss it. That me I tell you not to. Yo, if full stop down a hand big. The full stop down a hand come like a one hole. So the color it. Boy, yeah. And so we are going to kill Mr. James and two of the workers Rasta. Jaja. Unfortunately, we lost Frederick Tootsieberg not so long ago. One of the founding father of Jamaica's music. One of the man who was instrumental in the genesis and the teething years of the music. We have now lost another such man, the teacher. You understand? One of the kings in the team, Daddy Uri. See, and I know normally people I was teach me sorry say never get an interview. I say man I take me to task so them tell me from when to go interview you Roy and I'm gonna interview you Roy and this and me give them a beat and man don't go man. You understand? I think that the Uri is don't out and make get away from me interview him. You don't know how challenging it is to get some interview sometimes. We interview people who are one, available, two, interested. You can't interview people when they're interested. Not that I'm saying Sir Uri wouldn't be interested. See, unfortunately, no link was made, no contact was made, and he has passed. The reality is that I will never ever be able to interview everybody. Gosh, I would have loved to have interviewed Mr. Uri. You understand Father Uri? Seeing Father Beckford. You see me? But then when you come across, come be upset like you want to take me and say me never got interview the man. Then how we reach this up? And me can't, I will never be able to interview every single artist in the business. Never. You understand? First thing, every artist want to be interviewed by a teacher. Remember, we're not on stage or we're not ER yet. You understand? So, people feel like this a man next, I'm going to interview that man and that man and this and teach where you wait for and this and that and that and that and that. I'm going to start running some people. I normally take it with, you know what I mean, and say, yo, I'll try on them. So now I'm going to start running some people. You see me? Because people are now of the view that everybody line up out of my gate. I wait for interview. I have, you know, much people reach out to and them not interested. You know, me reach out to people, multiple people, and the first line of discussion was how much me gonna pay them. That will never happen. As long as you live, you will never see that. If me have to pay you for interview, you can keep your interview. That I want. So I not even know them things. I just not say them things. So more time I need to relax and have a chatting, man. You understand? And here we facilitate them. We be polite as best as we can, but we not understand. We just have a chatting, man. See, you know, come like you want to come to me certain way. Because I not play that neither. And if you follow the channel long enough, you know that. I am very polite most of the times, and I'm very accommodating and approachable, I would think. But then there comes a point where you will get runway, and it no matter where you be. You feel me? So you have to know how you approach me too. And me approach you with respect, so you have to approach me with that too. You understand? Feeling which then when I will communicate, and as me say, you will get runway, not adding to that. Zine? So don't for one moment feel like say, yo, people are lining up on me gate for me interview them. Some of these interviews me have to work for them. I mean, it gets easier as your name gets out there and the work gets out there and the work start take care of itself. But we're not able to interview everybody family, and so unfortunately some people will pass on before we get there. Then many of the people them too don't live here. 3/4 of the people them what they must teach them go interview, them not live here. You understand? And I've told you before, I will not do a virtual interview for a couple of reasons. One, those interviews, the audio at least on one side is crappy. You understand? Me not supposed to document a man's journey for history, historical purposes, and is an Instagram interview. That don't make no sense, brother. That is crappy and tacky. You understand? See, my computer right now is not able to manage a virtual interview. So many people have trouble that. I mean, there are one and few people who would probably have to do that with based on situations, but I'm not going to do that either. You understand? I'm not going to change my way of operating for suits. No one man or no two man. We're telling us that when we just starting up people, you also say, yo, teach. The question them or the same and the thing them predictable. Like, who cares? I know exactly what I was building, you know. I know exactly what I did do. You understand? And here we are. Mr. Man take me on already about all. Mr. Man tell me say, yo, Boom Dandy might an artist and we don't want to see them on there. Boom Dandy might interview over 200,000 views. You understand? Man tell me say, yo, we need to find better artists than Daddy Lizard. I don't know the man them contribution around here. So I want to go, man. And then now when you run with one man, they get the go-to response. You're a teacher and I say, man, move from here, man. He's a human being. You're a teacher upon my birth certificate. That is just my occupation. That is not what, that don't define me. Being a teacher don't define me, and that is what I do to earn a living. I was born a teacher. So don't come to me when me have to run away and come tell me about me a teacher. You should know, say, it's a human being you talk to, and you need to talk to me with respect, because we never disrespect you. So when you go to, oh, you're a teacher, and for a teacher, you're this and you're that, man, move up, man. Me's a human being. Not, you never see teacher upon my birth certificate. You understand? So someone don't need to just relax. You see? And this may come across as me being, I am not arrogant. I am just saying that sometimes someone are annoying. You see me? Everybody have an artist where they want me interview. Me can't interview every artist. Me only can interview one artist per interview. One man per interview. You understand what I say? I can only do one interview at a time, my friends. And I would have loved to interview Sir Beckford. But it just never happened. See me? And I am okay with that. See? So wanna just calm down, man, and breathe. They are going to be interviewed with artists with big name. They are going to be interviewed with artists with middle name and artists with small name. but we interview who available at the time. You understand? Everybody have a story. It just calm down, man. See? And we can't interview everybody artist the same day. Like, I haven't done an interview now in almost 3 weeks. And that is partly because the last person I interviewed was Johnny P. And that is the longest interview I have ever done. And for whatever reason, when I was dumping the footage from the Johnny P interview, I be nice in the audio and me I try to figure out, because when I checked the headphones in the interview, everything was clean and pristine. And I don't know where the problem come from. And I never figure out the problem 100%. So me I say, look here, instead of doing our next interview and run up into the same problem, better me just reschedule them interviews there. And then now it ended up where I was moving. So then one more week gone. Not that we not have interview put on, but like it thing not always work out the way there. You understand? Many people feel like we are grow them and them something there. It's just one of them things. The great thing is that Johnny P was very understanding, and he has, said that he's willing to redo the interview when the time is right. You know what I think? I'm saying all of that we said this, so not calm down. You don't understand how much work going on this. You understand how rough it is. Like it is not as easy as you think. You see me? I never upload no interview this week again because, as I said a million times now, I moved on Friday, and it just took a long while for me to get certain things together and in place and stuff, and the studio space was being worked on, and well, it's still being worked on, but we can do some things now and them something there. See, and right now I'll be an echo now here on the ear, so the studio still not finished and things, so I never get to even start edit that interview for Tuesday gone. So hopefully it will be ready for this Tuesday and thing. So it's almost a month now I don't shoot an interview because a number of things happen. Like I have a life, I live a life, you understand? So some people not understand that. I still don't do YouTube full time. Many people don't know that. You understand? Many people think I do this thing full time. I don't. Not yet. Yes, and until then, like just understand and be patient, man. See, all you need to do a little research. 3/4 of the artists them and people ask if you interview live a fire. Me can't interview them until them come to Jamaica. And some of them when they come to Jamaica, them busy. Some of them not interested. Some man only Winford Williams or Anthony Miller can interview them because teacher must still know nobody, Well, we are trying to make it. Yeah. They just need to talk about this because it annoying sometimes. You understand? Yeah, man. And a man would just send me a message. Yo, you need no yo my phone, not send no message to my phone and yo my money. Else me go run away bridging. Not even look decent if you say yo, a man inbox upon Instagram. Yo, you need for the me no need for the, you need for more from yes, man. But I just because when I really stay a certain way, you don't have to understand. So look here. There are some principles to the thing, man. And enough people get to with it, but I'm going to stop making people get to with it. So if you have a message my phone or inbox me, you have to go do it with a little bit of decency, family. You understand what I'm saying? So we have to beat and teach some people sometimes. You see me? Sometimes some people tell me to go interview, man, when I interview long time. Just go search for interview, Reggie. You understand? See, and ask me if you pass, tell me, say, yo, me need to go interview, I need to go find this, I need. No, understand, man. Just relax, calm down. See, I respect the input, I respect the suggestions, but the approach is important. You see me, I say? Yeah, man. Some people come across as being a little bit too much sometimes. I really appreciate that. You see me? Then you have a next of people who will call you one time or two times and they don't get you. And they vex. Like about 300 people call me every day, You will text me, I may not get the reply, I may not see the message. Sometimes all 500 messages come into the phone on a day, given day, Some messages don't get lost sometimes. You understand? Yo, I tell you, if we don't understand some of the things that we have to deal with on a daily basis, so don't be a basis, You understand? And then some people are I take it in personal. Not personally, I have a family. I have a job. You understand? I try. It's just rough sometimes. I don't know. And then when you talk now, people are going to say, yeah, diss them. I not diss nobody, but that's a say, man. You don't have to understand, Bridget. See me, I say? You don't have to understand. You see him? The great man has passed. One of the greats. See, I want to use them words lightly. And doing these interview things and learning about the music and thing. If the talking not work for you, Sir Maxwell, then you just leave, brother. You understand? Yeah, man. Blessings. So, he would have been a pioneer in the music. He would have contributed immensely. You understand? Reports are that he suffered an heart attack and he was not able to pull through. Let me take the opportunity to express my sincere sympathies to Mr. Beckford's family, friends, and stuff. One of the real great ones, and his legacy will live on forever. You see me? As I said, it would have been nice to have sat down with him, but it just, I think never, one of them things. We'll keep moving. You understand? I am sure that he would have done interviews before where his journey was documented, so feel free to watch that. You see me? One of them things. Some man are going like me didn't know me know the man sick. Me know some man sick and me shouldn't go find. Man no go on here, man. Some man have to call him a million times. Some man go around the thing. Some man this. Some man will not understand how the thing goes still. So, but yeah, I know say I don't leave. Nah man, nobody nah. We just sometimes you have to just sow it upon your mind. And you're mad, you can't just battle up everything. Sometimes you have to just talk and the chips fall where they may. Some people are going to vex sometimes, but people vex for various reasons. Yeah, man. You can't live your life to suit people all the time. You try to accommodate everybody and to be accommodating and polite, but sometimes you just have to talk. People take it personal. So people have been taking things personal from this channel from 2016. But here we are, we're still going. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Dancehall artist Ritikal remanded on gun charge. So dancehall DJ Ron McFarlane, more popularly known as Ritikal, appeared in the gun court via Zoom earlier in the week. A bail application is to be made on his behalf by his attorney, Abel Donfoot, on the 4th of March. The 25-year-old DJ is charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition. Now, according to police reports, on the 28th of January, police were on patrol in 8 Miles, Bull Bay, St. Andrew, and McFarlane was reportedly seen acting in a suspicious manner. Police reportedly questioned the artist, and following a search of his car, a Taurus .380 pistol with 12 rounds of ammunition was found. You understand? Ritikal was who reportedly told the police that the weapon was a prop for a music video, was taken into custody and later charged. The man said the gun, the real gun, is a prop for a music video. What that video the name? Real Killing. What that song the name? Real Killing. Real shooting. Real gun. Real machine. Real steel. That baby don't know me, that's ass. Easy me. Auntie. So. Yeah. Beenie Man pleads not guilty to charges over alleged illegal party. Why, Beenie? strange enough, I don't see Beenie since then things are going on. Well, I true, I not really gone away like that still. I mean, I really gone up, run another theme park them recently, but well, Moses, Grammy Award winning artist Beenie Man will return to the St. Elizabeth Parish Court on the 19th of April when his trial surrounding charges that he breached the Disaster Risk Management and Noise Abatement Acts in Jamaica is slated to begin. The artist, whose real name is Moses Davis, pleaded not guilty to 2 charges in court on Wednesday morning in the presence of his attorney, Roderick Gordon. The charges read that the artist failed to obtain permission from the superintendent contrary to the Noise Abatement Act, and there was a breach of the curfew contrary to the relevant disaster relief management order. Now, Beenie Man had been slapped with the dual charges in connection with an illegal party in the Shrewsbury district of St. Elizabeth on November 29. The police reportedly turned up at the party, dispersed the crowd, and Beenie Man was warned for prosecution. The 47-year-old singer's promotion of a subsequent New Year's Eve party in December further earned the wrath of the lawmen in the parish, and he was summoned to the Black River police station where he was charged for breaching protocols for the November 29 party. Moses, fix up the thing, brother. So I me say, cause I don't even know. See, him say him not guilty, yeah, sir. But I did see Beenie Man advertise the party, so I don't know. You understand? The first one, I never know about the November 29 party still. But I did see him advertise the New Year's Eve one. You understand? I see the video myself. See him? And thing. So Moses, I don't know. Moses is a strange man most of the time. When they see me, I ask him some things and he just a go laugh. But him say him not guilty, so I could see him. I go back to court the 19th. I figured he would have pleaded guilty and just move on, but he must have him reason why him say him not guilty. And thing. Yeah. Strange. but hope him good still. Is a man who do even have a phone and say you can't even to call him directly. You have to call him the officer call Blow. You see me, Beenie Man is a man who just walk up a road and chat to him because the man not no phone. Every time you say that, we have to laugh. A man who can buy any amount of phone in a rural you want, don't have a phone. Yeah, that's what I say. And thing. I hope him good still. I don't know how I'm take the crystal. You know, I don't really get involved in them something still and them part I think them. See it. So I don't know. I haven't seen or spoken to him since. But you know what I think of. You know, other things that go on with Dan Foot is his lawyer. No, Roderick Gordon is his lawyer. Dan Foot is Ritikal's lawyer, I think so. Yeah, Dan Foot is Ritikal's lawyer. Yeah, so him lying about him not have a phone. The man lie upon him phone. Sister, trust me, as far as I know, him not have that for true. Oh, you saying got one now? Okay, but trust me, based on my interaction with him, he's a man with a phone. Zane, you have to go through some different pipelines and things. Yeah, peeps. May I break it here, sir? Thanks for listening me through the echo. Hopefully by Sunday night it will improve somewhat. Not sure because I don't really order the stuff they made for kind of treat with the situation yet. Yeah, still trying to make the new space home. Also get the studio up on a level. I think I'm about 80% complete. I'm really loving it. The look and feel of it, and it's just the sound thing now. My sound is still very wet. It needs to be dried out. Technical speak. So I'll work on that. I'll probably just put some carpet on the floor and see how that work out. And I try avoid using acoustic foam as I had in the previous location. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, but I progress. We give thanks. You understand? God has been good to us. Hard work has been great to us. As I've always said, there will never be anybody in your life who will be as kind to you as hard work. I am a living testament to that. I remember many sleepless nights, many nights I went to bed, well, mornings, 5 o'clock, I wake up by 6 o'clock to get ready for work. Sometimes I don't sleep. Many days I go to school and the youth and I say, oh, sir, then I never know say I smoke. I then read like I have pink eye. See? But no matter how tired I am, I have never slept in a class. First thing I really sitting in my class then still. I'm always up and about. And I done my class and I probably hold an up in a staff room and something. And then we come in and eat it again and we're gone and you see me. But we were working and building something, and just not run of the mill thing. Something that had substance over hype, something that was credible, and we always wanted to do more. And still want to do a lot more. See, and we just had to take it stages and phases. I remember walking in the studio for on stage the first time. I didn't even know that was a location. It was when Bounty Killer was adding over some stuff to Junior Biles. And I walked into that place and I mean you see it on TV, you see it on YouTube and I mean it's on stage, but then when you walk in the building and you look at the setup and being somebody who is now appreciative of technical stuff, videography and lighting and stuff, I was absolutely amazed. And I said to myself, I may not have exactly like that one day, but one day I will have a space where my interviews are recorded. And I'm working on that. I'm working on other things. As I said, I'm still trying to acquire personal stuff. My greatest dream as an individual is to own my own home, and I want to own my own home by purchasing it cash. I don't want to buy my house through NHT and be paying mortgage every month. Yes, and that's an option, but that's not the route that I want to buy my house cash. I never have to share this, but I'm sharing it, and I am prepared to work towards that. Then, one day, one day. So out there, I do the things where when I say I buy a phone, just I take a time and I do the thing the right way, the bright way. And when I get caught up in the foolishness and the negativity and we just do our thing, our way and our time, see, go pleasing to everybody. But as long as it's pleasing to the people that more appreciate good things, I'm good with that. You understand? That's why things set up. We just there work. Good things to come. So I just want to settle in now and get the thing up and running and you know what I mean? Yeah. And move forward. Peace, big up on yourself because all of this is your doing. I just put in the work, but then you make the work and I appreciate the ones them all around. You understand? Everybody who has been a part of the journey, whether you were here from the world map days. I took up the world map the other day when I was moving because I need to get it framed, I have three things to frame. I need to frame that world map. I need to frame the tablet where me used to read off of when they said me can't read, and my note 4 where you used to blind me. So I need to frame those 4 things and put down. But I will get that sorted. See, and I look at that map and because Scotty actually take it up and thing. Yeah, so everything with Scotty did it, so she was helping with the move and stuff and thing. And I laugh, where I come from to there, Somebody seems happy about it. Yeah, man. I am happy. I have worked hard and the hard work has been rewarding. You understand? The fruits of the labor are bearing and we give thanks. You see me? And it's just because I'm not a showy person. I am a very private person actually, you know. See, but every now and then I post up on the Instagram page. It's just to show the youth them. So look here. Any journey in life, the greatest thing is to start it. You understand what I say? I just said it. I heard James when I laugh about Zane. So big up to the ones them as I say. You will put in the work, but I want to make the work work. Zane, if you don't watch a video, then it don't make no sense. If you don't appreciate the work, it don't make no sense. Zane, if you know say we can upload one 3 hour interview and people sit down and watch it from start to finish. That's a joy in itself, brother. You understand? If you know say an artist management team can reach out to you and say we love the work we do, would you be interested to interview X person? If you know say a son can call you and say we've been and watch the program and you know my father X person and him would love for all the reason with you. Zane, I mean, it's a joy. Same in the pan. And the thing is that, you know, many people are doing interviews now still, but we just keep, you know, focusing on us, doing us, Zane, and thing. Because even if a man interview a man, this man I'm interviewing this evening, are two different flavor, two different vibes. You understand? Because our thing kind of, you know what I mean? Structured and different. You know, lesser plan, unit plan settings. So we just there, peeps, as I said, it has been a journey and a half, many challenges, many hurdles, many rough times. Yes, but it has been worth it, Zane, and we'll continue to be hungry for it and for the successes and what comes with it. Um, I am very appreciative of what I have achieved and where I have reached with this. I mean, Scotty asked me the other day, said, if when I start YouTube, if I did ever envision that the thing would then reach on the level. And the truth is, my greatest joy back then was to have 100,000 subscribers. That's what more have 100,000 subscribers. That's my thing. You understand? I never knew per se that the work would have reached a stage where it is so appreciated. You understand? I mean, when I go on the streets, and this is one thing about me, I go up on the street and somebody said, teach them the only way I'm not go over to that person that personally walk go over there, go, you understand what I mean? I say, it's probably because me that drive or something. See, and when we see the ones I'm in the street and them I pay them respect, we take our time out for make the ones them know, say, yo, I appreciate it because as I said, I want to make the thing work. You understand what I say? So I just saw the thing go. Far where I come from, but far still to go. I have sat down and I've seen, as a matter of fact, I am currently in not necessarily negotiations yet, but on Friday when I was moving, I was like about 3:30, 4 o'clock Friday morning. I received an email first and I received WhatsApp, then I received calls from the same person related to a media entity wanting to have discussions about using some of the work on their platform. I just get to sit down and hear what them say. Because when a frightened idea, you know, you understand, many people offer deals in the past. Many people have made suggestions and made inquiries. But we're not really frightened either. You understand? When I get carried away. You see me? And if the offer is not something that I think is right for me, no matter how much money involved in it, I ain't gonna take it. Because at the end of the day, my work is more important and valuable than any upfront money. You understand? So I don't know if people feel like we're frightened when not that. You understand? If we're frightened, we then do any crappy video and any crappy topic and try get some views and some likes. See me I say? So the thing is it's getting there. And I appreciate the ones and because I want to give the thing a listening ear, I want to give the thing eyes and make the thing rise. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, man, I don't give the thing eyes and make the thing rise. See, and it as I say, it is such a rewarding feeling to sit down and look on the journey and see where we're coming from now. I mean, the last time I uploaded a video before yesterday was Tuesday when I did the Bugle interview, the premiere. Zine? And I uploaded again Thursday. Check how many days that. And not one day was I ever worried about the channel picking up views and making money actually. Because you put in the work. You understand what I say? My biggest video last week, other than the Bugle video, was the Smooth video when I journeyed to another bay to video Smooth. That is the police, Kevin Gray from out of another bay. And I remember that fateful day because that year the channel was demonetized late February. Then it was remonetized early March, then demonetized a second time in March. See? The day when I went to talk to Smooth was the day that the channel was demonetized for the second time. I couldn't stay in my yard. And my journey got all the way to another bay and go do that video. And that video is probably the third biggest video in the history of the channel now. And that video would have acquired over 25,000 views just last week alone again. So you see, the lesson in that is that just put in the work. You understand? Everything else will fall in place along the way. Zane, I never knew that video would be so big. I never knew it. You understand what I say? And it's just one of them things. As I say, I was never concerned on any day between last week, Wednesday, and yesterday, Thursday, Zane, over a week. Well, last week, Tuesday, and Thursday, over a week since I uploaded. Because the channel was taking care of itself. I mean, yes, if we did upload, we would then get more views and I make more money, naturally. But then, I mean, without uploading for a week, my channel was doing better than many people who upload all 10 times for the day, same way. So it's just, you learn the thing and you understand that sometimes quality, well, every time for me still is quality over quantity, and you just keep it going. And as I can't reiterate it enough, but you are the ones who made this thing possible. As I say, I just do the work, but I want to make the work work, and we give thanks to the ones. You understand? We intend for continue, Zane, and thing, and as I say, the sky is the limit, Rasta. Sky is the limit. See me? Sky is the limit. We have plans, we have vision, we have dreams, we have goals, and we just move from strength to strength. You understand? And I will always be happy to share my achievements with you guys because I want to make it possible. You understand? It is through your contributions, whichever way, whether it is to just watch the videos, whether it is you contribute via Patreon or PayPal or Super Chat when that was working, or Stream Elements now, or Western Union, or when you come, you make sure that you link up and say, yo, teach, do this, do that, all this, all that. We appreciate all of the ones there. You understand what I say? And what I have learned from early out is that this is a business. This is my job. Strangely enough, it was my second job for a long time. It has practically become my first job, in all honesty. I enjoy what I do. It is taxing a lot of the time, especially since I still teach and I have a young family now. But we're still there. We still do it. It's still sweet. Yeah, what? It's still sweet. The video me I talk about with Smooth have 708,777 views. That is my fourth biggest video ever. I mean, we have video we all have 1.5 million views. The video they get view every day. Bob Marley's Children. You understand? Yeah. So you just do some work sometime and you just never know. Zane, many of my interviews are now crossing the 200,000 mark. Like, that is amazing. Those numbers are amazing numbers. Like, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 interviews over 200,000. I mean, a million of them over 150,000. One over 300,000. So we just keep on work, peeps. As me say, you never know. You understand? And these interviews will form a body of work that will live on long after I have died. You understand? Many people say teach, you don't even understand what you do. For the music or to the music. We understand upon a level, you know, but we just keep it upon a vibes and we keep working. You understand what I say? Because we realize we're onto something and we just keep it going. You see it? Yeah, man. Peeps, big up on yourself. Interview Chronicler, positive youth. Yeah, Chronicler, I really youth and I think for true still. But I could see it go. You understand? Certain things, you just make it happen naturally. It's a better vibe, it's a better energy. You understand? If it will happen, it will happen. You see me? And thing. Peeps, big up on yourself. Zane, be patient with me, as I said. The new space, still work, still under construction, still work in progress. Almost finished. Loving the look, loving the vibe, loving, like when I walk in the studio, I just feel, you know, alive. The echo out to kill me still, but we are work on it. And thing, I would have posted the studio space when it was being painted the other day on my IG page, and I would have sat down, researched the color, go get the paint mix and all of them something there. And the thing, we give thanks. It's a joy. You understand? It's a joy. Know where I come from to over there, you know? One Note 4 and one old Samsung tablet with a world map back away. It's a joy. Youths! Anything you want, you can achieve it. Just be prepared to make sacrifices, you understand, to overcome obstacles and hurdles, then to lose a few friends and a few relationships may break down. You understand? You are up working when people sleeping. You are in working when people out partying. Then, but just stay focused. You understand? Don't get distracted. Don't lose the vision and the hope. And above all, don't make nobody place no limits pound up. Peeps, big up on yourself. Good night. Sunday, 8:30. Make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Get book for it. Heart of love. Walk good. Step with ya. No thing go. Safe travel upon the gravel. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them. Right here. Warlord representing.